Welcome back to the 127th straight hour of our coverage of the events unfolding in Egypt. We are bringing you all the latest in this fascinating story. We're going to go back now to our Middle East expert, Dr. Abbasi Bashir. Dr. Bashir, the people are still in the streets. President Mubarak has said he will not step down, and the U.S. is walking a fine line in its support for the demonstrators.
Yes.
You agree?
Yes, I agree. That's exactly what I told you just a moment ago.
Indeed it is. Thank you very much. Let's go to our man in Cairo. He's been with us since these events began unfolding. Richard Engel. Richard, your assessment.
That's it.
What?
Well, we just talked about 10 minutes ago. We've been talking about all week. There's people in the streets and he won't step down.
Have any journalists been assaulted near you? Any journalists been assaulted?
No, we're in an undisclosed location, so no.
Fascinating. Doctor?
Yeah, same here.
Richard, back to you. So there are still people in the streets?
Yes, George, there's still people in the streets.
That is truly historical. Doctor? We appear to have lost a doctor. Richard, back to you. What is the status of President Mubarak?
Since the past 10 seconds we talk, I don't think anything's changed.
Hold on, Richard. We are getting an update on the condition of Congressman Gabrielle Giffords. Her condition remains unchanged. Okay, let's go to your tweets. This first tweet from Packer Backer in Milwaukee. He writes, "Where's the hot chick anchor, you douchebag?" As you can see, it's been a very emotional time for all of us. I'm told we have the doctor back with us. Doctor.
Oh, hi. I'm Bill Tisdale from Fridley, Minnesota. That producer lady, she just told us to stand here. We're on vacation.
Okay, but what can you tell us about the events unfolding there?
Oh, well, the hotel that we're staying at, it's all out of soap.
So many people affected by these events. Richard, are you still with us?
Still here, George.
Hold on, Richard. We're getting another update on the condition of Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. Her condition is unchanged. Since we were last able to speak, since we last spoke on this, what do you think? What do you think of these events?
I don't know, George. Nothing's changed.
Okay, great. Let's check some more of your tweets then. Wilma Fingerdew writes, "Who cares about foreigners?" This coming in from Craven Moorhead. He says, "Go Steelers." And finally, Egypt is a strategic U.S. ally. While we must, of course, support freedom, we must also ensure that our vital national interests are protected. Very insightful, that last tweet coming from Hugh G. Rection. To our correspondent in Cairo, Richard.
Pro-Mubarak supporters are threatening to kill me. Call for help.
Richard, when we come back, we're going to get more from Egypt, the latest on Congresswoman Giffords, and more of your tweets. Stay tuned.
This is the second city this week with anchor George Caleodis. Special guest Jill-Michele Meleán. And introducing Kristen Herbert as the nurse.
The situation in Egypt is developing even now, with Vice President Omar Suleiman saying Mubarak's departure would bring chaos. That's right, what we're seeing now is a hootenanny. Earlier this week, the Egyptian government shut down cell phone networks, so thousands in Egypt now know what it's like to own an iPhone. In other news, Federal Chairman Ben Bernanke said the more jobs are needed for a real economic recovery, sparking speculation about where the hell he's been for the last 2 years. Vice President Joe Biden has told the long-term unemployed to, quote, hang in there. Apparently, he can also has cheeseburger. A new study by Health.com suggests that the emotional stress of watching your team lose the Super Bowl could lead to a potentially fatal heart attack. A study by WebMD finds that worrying about a potentially fatal heart attack can lead to a potentially fatal heart attack. Health.com then released a study saying that this really isn't about potentially fatal heart attacks, is it? WebMD broke into tears and said it was going back to live with its mother.com. There is no shortage of opinion about the ongoing crisis in Egypt. Everyone appears to be an expert. We now take you to the hallways of Birmingham High School in Van Nuys, California.
Stephanie?
Yeah?
Did you guys hear about Egypt?
Isn't that where all those pyramids are?
Yeah, and Cleopatra.
I dressed up as her for Halloween once. My mom said I was too young to wear a leather bikini, but I wore it anyway.
I heard they hate their president.
Why? Are they Republicans?
I guess so.
You know what? I They hate them so much that one time, all of them in Egypt laid together in the dirt.
Gross.
Why would anybody do that?
Why don't you go ask Clay? He plays in the dirt, and he's your boyfriend.
That's not what Facebook says, Stephanie.
Shut up.
Oh my God, you guys, you know what? In Egypt, I heard too that they don't even have Facebook and no cell phones. What? They can't even text?
Nuh-uh. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
Is that because they're all poor?
You know what?
What?
Gretchen Kowalski is poor, and she doesn't have a cell phone.
Last week, I saw her eating lunch by herself, and all she had was saltines.
Yeah, and she cries all the time and pulls out her hair in clumps.
Oh, that's because she's poor.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hey. You know what? Maybe if the people in Egypt weren't so mad, then they wouldn't be so poor.
Egypt should stop being poor.
Yeah!
Ooh, you come on like a dream. Peaches and cream, lips like strawberry wine.
Can I please have 10 gallons on pump 3?
That's $97.
What's the cash price?
That is the cash price.
That's ridiculous.
Sir, surely you understand that the U.S. is increasingly dependent on foreign oil, and with turmoil happening in countries that are producing that oil, prices of crude oil are going up. And then, not to mention, the turmoil that's happening in Egypt, the Suez Canal is not guaranteed to stay open.
What's the point of going into these countries if we can't have their oil?
Sir, that is a question for my manager. Can I get you anything else?
Yeah, I'll have a banana, please, and then I'm ready to go.
It's $106.
That's like $9 for a banana.
Sir, the majority of bananas are imported from Latin America, but the army is in Egypt, where the people fear the police, not the army. So they're giving out complimentary bananas to the army, and that's a lot of bananas. And they get first dibs, so bananas that are premium.
That doesn't even make any. I'll just have a bottle of water then, and then nothing else, please.
$117.
But that's like $11 for a bottle of water.
Sir, plastic is a petroleum product.
Oh, come
It costs more to make it, not to mention the cost of jet fuel.
Cost of jet fuel?
To fly the water in from Fiji.
You gotta be kidding me. Why is it the cost of everything's going up and I don't get a cost of a living increase, huh? I mean, everything is more expensive. Even the cost of movies are expensive. I mean, do we even need this 3D technology?
Sir, I think that's...
I know, you can ask your manager. I understand. Just forget the banana, forget the water. I'm ready to go.
It's $165.
Gotta be. How did it...
Sir, the price of gas has gone up since we started this conversation.
Stephanie, I'm so sorry, but it seems that our credit card machine has gone offline.
Wait, the whole system is down?
This is just like Egypt! Oh, how will I pay my bills?
No more instant sports scores!
Oh, how will I update my friend Stephanie? I have fun bill!
My manhunt account! Oh my god, I can't feel my right arm! I think I'm having a heart attack! I smell rotten eggs! The gas leak!
It is rotten eggs! Okay, it is rotten eggs. Everyone just calm down. All right, we're still gonna be able to pay our bills. We can just mail them in. I mean, they still make stamps, right?
Wait, maybe I could make a real garden and have friends come over and have a real co-op with real friends.
Yeah, and forget fantasy football. Maybe I can actually take my son to a park.
Yeah, who needs manhunt? I live in WeHo. I could just go outside. We don't need the internet.
No, we're fine.
We don't need these.
We're gonna be okay.
We're gonna be fine without it.
You got mail.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Here, that smell is so gross.
This is great. Oh my gosh. Mr. MUBARAK. Vice President Omar Soleiman, sir.
Husni, I came as soon as I could.
Hello, Omar.
The streets are filled with protesters who want you out of office. I couldn't get a cab. I didn't dare take a limo. You know, I had to ride a bike here. A bike. And it's hot as balls outside. I was sweating like a whore in a mosque. Hosni, it's not enough that you say that you won't run again. The people, they're clamoring for your neck. And yet you play jacks?
Yes?
I was attacked by a mob and I have much chafing. And yet you play a child's game?
I am winning.
You must act like a president even though you are hated. And who knows more about that than...
Howdy, partner.
George W. Bush.
I am not your partner.
Darn right you're not. You're my pupil, my project, my clay. And when I'm done with you, you're gonna be eating thunder and shitting lightning, movie. That's rule number 1. Always use nicknames for everybody. People, diplomats, inanimate objects. Got that, movie?
I do not like you and do not call me movie.
Already I am making compromises with the people of the uprising. If you do not learn from this man, I will replace you.
You wouldn't do that!
I won't.
Hey, can I play some jacks?
Mr. President.
That leads me to lesson number 2. Never answer a question with an answer. Always ask a question. When you get a question, you say, give a question, or a quote, or just nonsense.
Listen, Mr. Bush,
No, call me Mick.
What is Mick?
Mick, as in...
Yo, Mick, I'm gonna fight Apollo Creed!